What is going on, everybody? Happy New Year to everyone watching. Welcome back. I hope you all have been staying safe and have started your new year on a positive note. Okay, let's get started. In this video, I will show you a very simple add-on strategy for Baccarat. What do I mean by add-on? Well, it's when I play two strategies at the same time. Take my 89 special strategy as an example. I will start out playing the shoe with one of my main strategies, and then when the opportunity comes for the 89 special, I will stop my main strategy and switch over to 89 special, making it priority. This is exactly what we will do for today's strategy called the tie jump. Okay, now before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I have launched memberships on my YouTube channel. So if my videos have helped you in any way become a better player, you can now support my channel for under 40 cents a day. If you would like to do this, you can click the join button, which is next to the subscribe button. Members will get extra videos that I upload onto my channel, as well as shout outs and anything else that I add in the future. So if you guys are interested, you can go ahead and check that out. All right, let's get started with this tie jump strategy that I love using as an add-on. So very simple. You are gonna wait until a tie shows up. So let's say the shoe starts out player, banker, banker, tie. Okay, here we have our first tie of the shoe. What we are going to do is take a look at who won before the tie. As you can see, banker won before the tie showed up. So what we are going to do is very simple. We're going to jump over to the other side, opposite of banker. So we would place our bet on player. And there we go. A player showed up. We would win our first bet. After a win or loss, you can go back to whatever main strategy you were using while playing the shoe. So we would continue playing our main strategy until another tie shows up. There we go. We have our second tie of the shoe. What do? We look at who won before the tie. In this case, it is the player. So we would go ahead and bet on banker. And if a player shows up and we were to lose, we would wait for the next tie to show up before placing our second bet. And of course, while waiting, you can go back to playing your main strategy until you see another tie show up. Very simple. Okay, here we have another tie. Before the tie, player won. So we're going to go ahead and bet banker, and we win. That's it. Pretty straightforward. Also, there are two simple rules to follow when playing the tie jump strategy. If two ties show up, or three ties, four ties, it doesn't matter, you would still go back to what won before all of these ties showed up. Okay, so even if three ties showed up, we can see that before the three ties, banker won. So we would still place our bet on player. And the other rule is if a tie shows up at the beginning of the shoe, you would disregard it completely because there is nothing to go off of, since the tie was the first result of the shoe. Make sense? All right, let's go online and take a look at a couple of shoes and see how the tie jump strategy would have done. All right, let's go over to the live casino. Now, since this is the first video demonstrating the tie jump strategy, I won't be playing live. I will save that for my next video when I combine two strategies together. Okay, but I just want to show you guys a couple of examples with these live shoes. Also, I forgot to mention, when you're playing the tie strategy, try to play it either in the beginning up to 3/4 of the shoe. Okay, don't play it at the end of the shoe. All right, you all know that I don't do this with any of my main strategies anyway. I don't like sticking around until the end of the shoe. So keep that in mind, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at a shoe that has gone at least halfway. Okay, let's go ahead and pick this one. Okay, so we didn't get a tie until the third column here. This is the first tie for this shoe. All right, before the tie, player won, so we would obviously jump on over to banker, and our first bet would have been a win because banker came up after the tie. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next tie, which is right over here. Before this tie, if we take a look here, banker won. So we would have jumped on over to player and we would have won this bet as well. Let's go ahead to the next tie, right over here. What won before this tie? Banker. Okay, so we would jump on over to player and we would have won this bet as well. Great shoe for the tie jump strategy. Okay, this is the next tie right over here. We can see that player won before, so we would hop on over to banker, and here's a back-to-back tie. Remember to disregard this, it doesn't really matter. You would still jump on over to banker and you would have won this bet as well. So I believe that's 5 for 5 for this shoe. Great shoe for this strategy. Okay, and a tie just showed up right over here. A player won before the tie and we would have bet banker and we would have won. So far, this is a perfect shoe for this strategy. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Again, this shoe is, as you can see, it's getting close to finishing, so I wouldn't stick around too long. All right, but we didn't have that many ties for this shoe. Okay, as you can see, the first one showed up right over here. It was a player before the tie. We would have bet banker and won. The next tie is over here. Player won before the tie. We would have bet banker and won. All right, but this is too deep into the shoe. You would have left already with your profit or stop loss. Okay, let's take a look at one more shoe. Okay, let's check this one out. Okay, the first tie is on the first column right over here. Banker won before the tie, so we would jump on over the player. Our first bet is a win. Next tie is right over here. Banker won before the tie. We would bet player and win our second bet. Okay, so the next tie is all the way over here. Before the tie, it was a player, and after the tie, we would bet banker, but we would have lost this bet. And same thing for the fourth tie. Player won previously, so we would bet banker, but we would lose this again. So we went 2 of 4 for this shoe. Okay, and as you can see, the shoe is halfway done, so you wouldn't play too many more hands for this shoe, because when there's a quarter left, I like to take off. Okay, so there you have it. I wanted to show you a couple of live online shoes. Stay tuned for my next video because I will be combining 2 strategies together, and one of my add-ons will obviously be the tie jump strategy. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss my brand new videos when I upload them. Don't forget to destroy the like button if you enjoyed this strategy. Check out my website, mrrafael.com. Leave a comment below and let me know what your thoughts are on the tie jump strategy. Also, random question. Tomorrow is fight night. Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor. Who do you guys got? My UFC fans, I know you're out there. Let me know in the comments who you got. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Ciao.